Now, do you feel like an expert? You probably don't, because a lot of us doubt ourselves in the early days. We're afraid of writing blog posts, we're afraid of recording videos, we're afraid of creating digital products because we don't see ourselves as an expert. You know, we look at other people's accounts that have thousands of followers, thousands of views, and we look at them and we say, well, they're an expert. I'm not an expert because I'm only starting off and I've only got 10 followers or I've only got 100 views so far. So, I shouldn't be posting content. But if you don't post content, how are you going to build some expertise? But yet that stops a lot of us in our tracks because we don't feel we're an expert. Now I want you to think about this for a moment. Now imagine you can't drive and maybe a parent, maybe a guardian, someone teaches you how to drive. So their expertise allows you to be able to drive a car. Now you've seen their expertise, you've seen they've taught you, now you can drive a car on your own. So you see them as an expert. But say for example maybe you took your parent or guardian, you recorded videos of them teaching you how to drive, you took it over to YouTube, you uploaded it over there, and then you found that they only had a couple of followers or only a couple of views. Now would you consider them less of an expert because they're not getting the views on YouTube? Of course you wouldn't, because they showed you how to drive a car. So that's what I want you to, to remember, and not to buy into the idea of numbers of followers or numbers of views. You know something, I could go over to Fiverr or I could go to one of those platforms and I could buy thousands of followers right now. I could boost my numbers up to make me look like I am an absolute genius. But why bother? Because it's going to come back at me at some stage. And that's what I say to you is that just because maybe you are an expert offline, you can show someone how to knit, you can show someone how to wax their car, you can show someone how they can service their car, you can show someone how to, take care of their kids or clean their house. You can do that in your sleep. You've got all that expertise in your head. But some people would like to believe that when you take that content over to YouTube, and because you've only got a couple of followers or you've only got a couple of views, it means you're not an expert. But every expert has to start off at zero. You have to start off with 1 follower, 2 followers, 10 followers, 100 followers, and the more you keep going, the more the numbers will increase and the more the views will increase. So knock this notion out of your head that you're not an expert because you're just starting off with a small following or small views. If you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. So don't be afraid to tell us about your expertise, that you can show us how to service our car or take care of our kids or help us, whatever it is you can do. You have it in here. So share it with us. Don't buy into this idea of numbers of followers or numbers of views or that people look down on you because you're only starting off. You have to start from somewhere. So that's what I'd say to you is don't listen to the noise out there. If you feel that you have some life experience, if you feel that you have some knowledge, if you feel that you can even change one person's life online today, you should be putting your content out there. So don't buy into the numbers because, as I said, anybody can inflate their numbers. It doesn't make them more of an expert than you are. So put your content out there. Stop buying into the idea of being seen as an expert because of the numbers, and you will find the numbers will show up at another time. Just disregard the numbers right now and just keep plowing on doing what you're doing. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.